I don't think people have really tapped into what they really have access to.
When I use the 30 grand off of that, I get cash rewards for every time I buy.
How many times have you done this?
And you can do all of that utilizing your business credit card.
Wow. I know they wish that this interview was going to be a lot longer. Guys, you can use what's in your wallet.
Another one that I use is
Let's go.
So most credit cards, they kind of give you a percentage that you can use as a cash advance. Then you got other credit cards that you can kind of use as a line of credit, right? And so I have one credit card, which is a Wells Fargo line of credit. I could, take out, I got a pretty good line with that. So it's a Wells Fargo line of credit card.
Okay.
Then I have a Bank of America Business Advantage Cash Rewards card.
Got you.
So not only that I can use that, but another good thing I really like about that particular card is when I use the 30 grand off of that, I get cash rewards for every time I buy, right? And so what I use that for is I can use it for a number of things. I can use the cash rewards as to buy supplies, but what I really use it for, this is just me. I use it. They allow you to get gift cards. Another one that I use is the Capital One Spark business card. And this is probably one of the easier ones to get. Disclaimer that I'll put out there, this particular card will report on your personal credit, which is not a bad thing, right? But you just got to be aware that, if you do get it, know that it's going to report on your personal credit, and that's going to report a little bit against your debt to income ratio on your personal credit. But if you're paying it on time and all that good stuff, and you managing the rest of your credit profile, it could actually be a benefit and a win for you. But it's one of the easier ones to get. So my Capital One Spark business card, and the third one that I use is my American Express Blue business card. Blue Business Cash is what they call it. American Express. That one doesn't show up on your personal credit either, which is really dope. So you can use that. And, if you got to max it out, you max it out, and it doesn't show up on your personal credit. As long as you paying it on time, you're good to go. So those are the three main cards that I use. The business Bank of America Business Advantage Cash Rewards, Capital One Spark Business, and the American Express Blue Business Cash.
Wow. And see, that's the thing. So lately, a lot of people have just been talking about, traveling and rewards and points. And God, and it's nothing wrong with that, because I think that you can get that just by, adjusting what you use to spend in your daily life.
That's right.
The average person travels, at least 2-3 times a year.
That's right.
They're buying groceries, they got to eat, or they're going out.
Exactly.
But I don't think people have really tapped into what they really have access to. And that is, hey, I could take this money out of this card and literally go buy a property, and that's crazy. And then not just the spending part of it, right? It's more so saying, listen, if I put some work into this, assuming it needs work, but if I put some work into this, get this rehab or whatever the case may be, or just get it livable, just I tell people all the time, you'd be surprised what a fresh paint job would do.
That's right.
Painting some cabinets, just some hardware on the cabinets, just
like
paint.
New money. Yes, indeed.
It's big time, especially if a person's renting. When people are renting, granted, they will love a nice place, but not everybody's looking for a phenomenal place necessarily. They just want something clean, slightly updated, and really a good landlord,
That's right.
For real.
Indeed.
But saying that to say,
Lord.
yeah, man, not a slumlord. Can't do the slumlords, man.
Right.
But saying that to say, guys, you can use what's in your wallet, right? And you can finance, like something and that's cash flow, and that's endlessly. Another question, Sean. How many times have you done this, by the way?
Man, I've lost count, to be honest, Calvin. It's just a cheat code. And kind of what Calvin is mentioning is you already have the things that you need if you have access to business credit. So another way that you can use it, as opposed to using it to basically pay total cash. If you have a property, if you have an opportunity to buy a property and they just want a down payment, what you do is you pull that cash advance out of your business account and put it in your personal account. And if you're buying a property under your personal name, you already have the down payment in your account. So when they see that, it'll be in your account. It'll be seasoned, what they call it, meaning that it's been in your account for a while. But you can use just a down payment from your business credit card for your personal endeavors. If you want to buy a property under your personal name, if that's the best route for you
Mm.
to go. So it's
Yeah.
a number of ways you can use it. You can use it to, pay cash for a property,
Yeah.
or you can use it as just a down payment. So it's a number of ways you can utilize that business credit that you have access to. I
Wow.
mean, it's amazing, man. And the thing about it is, once you pay that back, and you pay that money back,
Yeah.
it's going
Yeah.
to boost your business credit score even more, right?
Right.
And that's
Yeah.
going to allow you to get access to a higher credit line. So it's
Wow.
just a cheat code, and it's, the wealthy have been using it for years, and there's
Yeah.
nothing stopping us from using it. That's the
That's
thing
right.
about it. We
Yeah.
just didn't know. That's why I love a channel like yours, Calvin, because now you're exposing this to more of the masses, right?
Yeah.
This is nothing that the average person can't do. We just don't
Yeah.
know about it. So if you
Right.
know better, you do better. That's the thing, right? So
Yeah.
yes, business credit, you can buy real estate with it. You can put a down payment on real estate. Like I said, the way we used it is we bought that property,
Yeah.
we renovated and made the triplex. We built the property on the third of an acre lot. Basically, sold that and paid off all the debt that we had on a credit card and so
Yeah.
forth. And now we own the triplex and the 1.5 acre lot, free and clear. And on that 1.5 acre lot, what we're going to do eventually is we're going to put a 12 unit apartment complex on that,
Mm.
where we'll be able to cash flow tremendously every month. So if you heard the term mailbox money and passive income, residual income, it's all the same. Basically, make money while you sleep. And so
Right.
that's the key.
Wow. Mailbox money. See, I can get used to that, man. And you know what? I think that some people, when they think of real estate, they think of just traditional real estate. Like, hey, I want to buy a house, I want to live in a house, I want to be in the suburbs, or hey, I want to buy a property, but I don't want to live, with other people or whatever. And they just say, okay, that's enough real estate information for me. But what
Yeah,
you're saying is, hey, you can use that's still OPM. You're still using other people's money,
that's
access to
right.
capital, and then
Yes,
using that to buy properties. And then, granted, there's always the pros and cons of, being a landlord, things of that sort. But let me
that's
tell you
right.
something, guys. The pros will far outweigh the cons, so that's
Absolutely.
for sure. For the most part, most tenants are good,
Yep.
so I would say a good 75% of tenants, outside of people being late and all the rest of that stuff, for the most part, you're gonna get a decent tenant, and that's gonna
Yes.
be additional income. And man, I mean, that is huge because again, guys, your credit cards are much more than just the travel points and things of that sort. I'm not
Yeah,
knocking that in any way, shape, or form. We're
that's
gonna talk
right.
about that all the time. But we're just
Right.
saying, listen, that same card can most definitely take you guys to the stratosphere, especially on the business credit, side of things. Man, Sean, you listen, we should have most definitely had an admission fee for this one.
Yeah. And the thing about it, Calvin, is I know that some people do like the travel rewards and all that stuff.
Yeah,
But I am of the belief that you can do both, right?
yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
not and or I'm like and both, right?
Mhm.
So you can buy real estate with the business credit card and earn the rewards while you're doing that.
That's right.
Make money off of the real estate investment and earn the rewards for travel rewards. Any type of rewards that the card offers, you can benefit from that. But why not use that card to make money for you and get the double benefit of the
Mm.
travel reward? So it's just really amazing. And one thing I wanted to add right quick, Calvin, uh, definitely want your viewers to write this down, because this has been a great experience for me. Like, a lot of people are concerned about the tenants and so forth getting into rental property, and like you said,
Yep.
a lot of tenants are good, but a lot are bad, right? But
Yep.
this is one way where you can limit your risk with clients. Go to this service. It's called TransUnion Smart Move.
Mm.
TransUnion Smart Move, and
Heard
basically
that.
what that service does, it screens those tenants for you, and the
Mm.
tenants pay for their own screening,
Yeah.
right? It's like $40, and they'll run a background check, they'll run a criminal check, they'll run a credit check. So they'll basically run all those checks, and they'll give you a recommendation. They'll say, hey, we recommend that you should go with this client, or
Mm.
it'll say, hey, we put a yellow light on this client, caution, proceed with caution,
Yeah.
or it'll say like, no, red, we don't suggest you rent it. So it
Right.
takes some of the mystery out of identifying the correct tenant. So we've used that for years, and it's been super successful, because if you find a good tenant and you
Yeah.
got a decent property that you put them in, not being a slumlord, like, your
Yeah.
rental and investment experience goes through the roof. I mean, like, we got tenants that have been in our properties for 8 years, 7 years.
Wow.
One client or tenant 10 years, right?
Yeah.
They take care of our property, we take care of them. And
Hmm.
so it can be a great experience, and it can be like we said, that mailbox money, residual income, passive income, make money while you sleep, whatever you want to call it. You
Hmm.
don't have to go in and clock in every day at a 40-hour week or whatever job.
Hmm.
That money is just going to show up, whether it's wired directly to your bank account, which most of our hours do. I just still call it mailbox money because I'm old school. But yeah, it's just going to show up in your bank account every month. On the first of the month, between the first and the fifth, you're going to have those checks hitting your account, and you can do all of that utilizing your business credit cards.
Wow. Man, listen, I told you guys, listen, Sean most definitely came to deliver this information, Sean. So listen, I know that I know they wish that this interview was going to be a lot longer, but I know, listen, you got a schedule. We want to honor that schedule. So first off, of course, thanks again for being here. But real quick, if people want to continue just getting more information, as you deliver it, how can they, reach out to you? I know that you're on Instagram and obviously on YouTube, correct?
That's right. Yep. Instagram, YouTube. So Instagram is Sean K. Langston business builder. Reach out to me on there. Follow me on there. Send me a message if you have additional questions. I respond to all my messages on Facebook. Sean K. Langston on Facebook. You can find me there. YouTube, Sean K. Langston on YouTube. Any of those, if you have questions or what have you, definitely connect with me. Subscribe. But if you have questions, shoot me a message. Like I'll respond. I respond to all my messages personally.
Yeah.
Usually within about 24 hours or so. So connect with me. I'll be more than happy to help you. Be like, I believe each one teach one, each one reach one. Let's elevate together. Like, we're not keeping this stuff a mystery anymore. Like, with
Yeah.
channels like Calvin, and just with people that are, bringing this to the masses. It's time for us to raise the awareness and then raise up a lot more leaders and a lot more wealth builders in our community.
Absolutely, absolutely, and honestly, it's people like yourself, Sean, that's willing to share that information. And like you said, and you mentioned something, earlier. We don't know what we don't know,
That's
and
right.
it's people like yourself, that continue to say, you know what, I'm learning, but let me go ahead and then show you this same thing as well too. So listen, y'all got the cheat code today, okay?
That's real
For
talk.
sure. So thanks again, Sean. We greatly appreciate your time today again, sir. And again, guys, make sure you guys go ahead and follow Sean on Instagram and subscribe to his YouTube channel. Do not miss out on any of his content. And thanks again, Sean. We'll see you soon. Okay.
Thanks, brother. Keep up the good work.
Same here, man. Thank you.
All right.
All right.